Rabbi Yisrael Salanter was sitting by his Pesach Seder. And as he's sitting by his Pesach Seder, he starts to faint. And they say, Rabbi, is everything okay? And he says, Elul. Elul was in 6 months. Rabbi, you have 6 months till Elul. Elul, imagine, if this is how petrified the rabbi was of Judgment Day, of Elul, he probably had a concept or an idea, an understanding of what Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur was. The same rabbi, 6 months later, I can only imagine by this point what he's going through. The trepidation, the pacha, the fear. He's standing before the King of all Kings. He's walking into Yom Kippur. Erev Yom Kippur, he's walking to shul. He sees through a window a little child crying. So he approaches the window and he looks inside the window. And the boy doesn't stop crying. He must have been a few years old. And he looks around, he sees the mother wasn't there. It turned out the mother went to shul and the baby was sleeping. And she figured, I'll be back in time before the baby has a chance to wake up. But Rabbi Yisrael Salanter sees this little kid. And he says, I have to calm this kid down. And he spends 30 minutes standing by that window, making funny faces at that kid to crack him up so the kid could stop crying. And the kid eventually realizes there's somebody by the window, some rabbi, making funny faces, and the kid starts laughing. And he starts calming him down and says, don't worry, your mother is coming soon. And exactly 30 minutes later, half an hour later, he sees the door open up, and his mother came in to the apartment, and he realized he could go, and he goes to shul, and he starts to daven. Someone said, Rabbi, you never come late to Kol Nidre. What happened? Was there an emergency? He said, absolutely, I will never come so late unless there was an emergency. Of course there was an emergency. Rabbi, what was the emergency? There was a kid, he was crying, and I had to calm him down, so I was making silly faces for half an hour on Yom Kippur. As busy as he was with Yom Kippur, and again, you understand who he was, and you understand how he understood the day of Yom Kippur, the magnitude of this day. As busy as he was with Yom Kippur, and his mind, I'm sure, were on lofty levels, and he had many kavanot, and he was ready, he was in trepidation. He was walking towards the shul, I'm sure, and he was preparing himself for Yom Adin. And as much as he was busy with that, he never underestimated the small deeds of man, and he saw a child in need, and so he made sure to approach that child and give that child the attention that that child deserves, so that he shouldn't be nervous or he shouldn't cry, so his mother should come home and he'll see that everything is going to be okay. That's the greatness of Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, and that's what made him great, and that's what makes all our Gidolim great. That they weren't just busy with the big things, they were just as busy with the small things.